Anytime a person's working outside using a ladder or any other sort of lift device, they ought to always check for the presence of overhead power lines.
Tonight, some tips on what to do if you ever come across fallen power lines. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Yesterday, 2 workers were electrocuted while on the job.
That's right. They're going to be okay. That's the good news. But this really is a chance to remind all of us what to do in a situation like they were in. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Zach Worthington has more now in tonight's top story. Zach?
I learned some tips from LES on how to stay safe and what to do if you ever come across a downed power line. On Thursday evening, 2 workers were electrocuted when a gust of wind knocked their lift into an overhead power line. One of the men, 38-year-old Scott Ruda, was knocked unconscious. The other, 51-year-old Thomas Pluasek, was burned from the shock, but still performed CPR on his coworker until paramedics arrived. LES Vice President of Energy Delivery Dan Pudence wants to make sure everyone knows what to do in case you come across a downed power line.
If a public sees anything out of the ordinary, whether it's a wire hanging down to the ground or something loose in the air or something that just doesn't look right, give us a call and we'll check it out. By all means, our first and foremost responsibility is safety to the public.
Thursday's incident happened at a Honda dealership near 27th and Yankee Hill Road. The accident sparked a fire in some nearby bushes, which was quickly extinguished by Lincoln Fire and Rescue. If you ever see a power line coming in contact with something, stay clear.
There are cases where a power line is in contact with a piece of equipment or a ladder. In those cases, stay clear until the area can be cleared or declared safe by our field technicians.
LES has a 24-hour emergency phone line available for these types of situations. If you do see someone who has been injured in a power line accident, make sure you check your surroundings before you administer first aid.
There have been cases across the country where well-intentioned rescuers have entered situations where they themselves then became a victim.
Fortunately, these types of incidents are rare, but it is still always important to refresh your mind on a what-if situation.
We have not seen a lot of electrical line contacts in our system over the 40 years that I've been here, and so we feel very fortunate about that. We think the people in Lincoln are very safety conscious. We just all need to be reminded once in a while to look around and be aware of our surroundings.
Both men involved in Thursday's incident are expected to make a full recovery. For more information on what number to call in the case of an emergency, visit klkntv.com.